Hello, I'm going to try to do a reading for you today. I hope everyone's okay. The fires have been, I don't know, I just feel a lot of sadness about the fires. So let's see what's going on. You have Buffalo Spirit, the abundant universe will provide. These are beautiful cards. Scarab Beetle, magic works through you, and Skunk Spirit, know your worth, with Porcupine Spirit, time for a beginner's mind on the bottom. So these are a lot of beautiful, like, high-level manifestation cards. Especially the Scarab Beetle, it's a very magical card. See what we have here and the twin flame cards. 8-8, honor your agreement, mission in motion. 3-3, soulmate, clearing core wounds. Interesting. Surrender. 1-1, dark night of the soul. I have been, and then we have 11-11, take me home, pathway to true love. I have been getting that a lot about dark night of the soul lately. And for some reason, in a lot of my videos and teaching videos and private readings, it's been coming up a lot. Look, Nine of Swords, King of Cups. It's very much a dark night of the soul energy. It's just that, like, Lovers and Justice in reverse. There was a particular private reading I did that I can't remember very well, my channeling, but I do remember that there was Dark Night of the Soul in it. And just about how, like, you can't, no one can really, no matter if you want to be there for someone going through a dark night of the soul, no one can do that work for you if you're going to, you know, come out of it. Oh, those are really, it's interesting because some of these cards were in that reading. Wow, double Scorpio on the end. Emperor and Page of Wands, with the Page of Pentacles and the Four of Swords in reverse. So we have Page of Swords, the World in reverse, Ten of Wands in reverse, Justice, the Death and Rebirth in reverse. The Moon in reverse, the Sun, wow, Eight of Wands, the Hermit, and the Tower. So I think it's an interesting note here. Whenever I do kind of teaching videos, it always kind of relates to what I'm about to do in a reading for some reason. It's like, what seems to be important in this reading is what you choose to focus on. Especially that Ten of Wands, Eight of Wands energy right there. There is, okay, so the World is an ending card. We have it in the reverse here, and we have the Sun. And I think that part of this Dark Night of the Soul energy that I'm getting, especially with the Death and Rebirth and the Tower and the Moon and the Hermit, it's like, in a lot of ways, I think your logical mind, or minds, his logical mind, look at, oh my God, that's the way this reading was that I did. It was 4 death cards, so that's my death card. I think that I never put those right there. but they're going there now. There is another deck that I wish that I had that I don't have right now, but that's okay. So it's kind of like your logical mind, everything about this journey here, because she's on a journey here, is like, I want this to be over, but it's not over. It's not over. And in order to progress, okay, so I feel that there's some stuck energy here. I daydream about you, now is not the right time. I let my doubts and fears get the best of me. I pretend I don't care because I care too much. You're so different than what I'm used to, but I like it. I've had very vivid dreams of you. There's a lot of energy here of like, I'm going to push this away, and then it continuously floods in from every other avenue. Like the signs and synchronicities, the dreams, I really feel like there's some sort of spiritual awakening here with those cards. It's very intense energy. And I think what it's coming down to is that if he did deal with someone else, there's a pretty big knowing here that person just, maybe at one point he thought it was a soulmate or it was someone he would be with, but it's a pretty big knowingness and surrender that you two have some kind of past life agreement, some kind of past life marriage, bond, soul agreement here that has to be surrendered to. And it's so weird, they keep drawing my attention to like, this is 52, this is 54, and this is 3. And in some way, there's some equation where he thought that this person would like be the missing piece, be the missing number, but they're not. Even on my coffee, there's like a heart. It's very weird. Okay, so oh my goodness. I never read like this, but I'm doing it. Look at, we got violet and green. There's a lot of anxiety and shadows coming up. So we have deeper into shadow. Communication will come soon. I feel anxious when I think about communicating with you. Rich thoughts grow money. We're a lot alike. No good thing shall be denied. I feel stupid for running. There's a lot of energy here about, I don't know how to put this into words exactly, like giving up too soon and regret and the wisdom that comes from looking back. We have a lot of energy here focused on the past, specifically here, where I feel like there was either promises broken, secrets told, things talked about with other people that shouldn't have been, or something like that. I get this energy where there was things that you didn't think would happen happened because he was very careless with his words and ideas. And it's an interesting interpretation of those cards for sure. It doesn't have to be exactly that, but it's like I feel like he's seen a truth here that is undeniable, and it has changed him. And there's so many rainbows here that have kind of rocked his world. And it's weird because we really think of rainbows as something very benevolent and beautiful and kind of ethereal, and the way that they're coming across in this reading is like totality, the entire spectrum, all of the emotions, the truth. And this card in the middle, right? So Wisteria in the color cards is one of my favorite cards. It's a very lovely, beautiful energy. It's about having these very sweet emotions. And then we have the violet flame, right? Saint Germain's powerful tool that transmutes dense emotions into energy, safe to use anytime, anywhere, by anyone. And that phrase on the end there has kind of come up a couple times in different ways for me. And I can't even remember where now, but I know that it has. And so there are times in your life when you have something happen and goes on, and you just know something. And it's not like a physical proof, but it's like, I know. And that energy is in this reading for some reason. Although we don't have swords here. It's like when I very first started the reading, they're like, it's almost more important for you to read what's not here than what's here. And whatever I said in the beginning, that was part of it. It's like, there's a truth coming through that's just undeniable. And sometimes when you get far enough away from something, you see that, you know, you let your fears dictate what you did. Yeah, it says, I'm getting lost in the memories. I have a secret. I feel stuck. I'm talking about you with others. I feel like he has talked about you with others, or is talking about you with others. And for some reason, that world card is just very important in this reading. That it's kind of come full circle. I keep saying that. It's come full circle. It's come full circle. Okay, it's come full circle. And, you know, I haven't used this phrase in so long. It's weird because it's like it was a phrase that I heard a lot in my life, and then it kind of just disappeared. And it's like you get a taste of your own medicine. And I feel whatever went on with this karmic situation, be it love or job or family, there was definitely a taste of the own medicine here. And understanding things from a very different perspective, which is what this Eight of Wands is really giving me. And the moon, in a way, with the sun. It's like, you know, if you're a womanizer, I'm not saying this is what is there for all of them, but if you're a womanizer and then you get played by somebody, you get that taste of your own medicine. Now, this is more intense than that. This is more deeper understanding. We have the Hermit in reverse. We also have this Porcupine, which is the Fool card. I think there's two Fool cards in this deck. Time for a beginner's mind. You can't solve your current problems at the frequency that they were created in, right? And I don't know why they're playing like Pink Pony Club in my head, but that doesn't really make sense to me. But it's kind of like, I get the feeling that even if their family disapproves or they're judged, they're going to keep doing what they're doing now because they kind of seen through that veil and illusion of fear. To have Death and the Tower and the Hermit and the Ten of Wands, you know, there's a burden there. There's a burden of injustice. There's a compelling feeling to do the right thing. I think it's that the question of what is the right thing is the perspective of focus. So you have this honor your agreement, right? One or both of you may be trying to honor an agreement you made in this lifetime, or one or both of you may be trying to honor an agreement you made in a previous lifetime. It still doesn't kind of, you have double Hermit here. It doesn't really take away the fact that you know what you know, right? That's what I'm getting off. You have 1-1 and you have 11-11, right? 1 being the Magician, and then 11-11 kind of being this pathway to true love here. You can create this. It's a recognition, I think, of the fact that you create your own road, in a sense. Let me get it here. It's coming. A lot of it has to do with, you know, I've been really deeply immersed in this law of increase because I made like a little master class on it. And they kind of keep showing me a spotlight here of someone, him, focusing on his doubts and fears. And that almost like knitting a road of doubt and a road of fear. And a really strong knowing that he's walked down this path before. And the fact that I feel like, you know, Knight of Wands over here with the Emperor in reverse. I feel stupid for running. Serious, aligned action. I tried to move on and I failed. Dreams of you. This is intense and feeling insecure. You know, you don't get secure by running away. That's how you stay insecure. I don't know where that came from. It just came out of my mouth. But you have to turn and face the shadow in order to illuminate it, right? It has to happen. It doesn't really even matter how long it takes. You have to do it. And I feel like that has happened in a way where he was forced to look at something inside of himself and confront this victim part of himself. Because over here we have this, I wish I was braver. And then there's a recognition on this end where he can see how similar you two are and how much you've given energetically in a good way. Like, and part of it is like he wants to be this version of himself that doesn't run, that can transmute this energy like you can, this wise person. And I'm not saying like, I'm not saying that there's like a perfection in your actions or whatever. Like, I don't want you to feel pressure on that. It's just that he's aware that he's creating a similar pattern to what he has seen, I think, in his father or people. I think that's where this Emperor in reverse energy is coming from, where you get that download of like, oh, this is the generational trauma that I need to fix. This is not real, but it feels very real. My lack of self-worth, my fear and doubt of myself. And if you're being pushed in some way, or you suddenly get pushed in some way to confront parts of that in yourself, that means he's caught up to you and you have to go ahead. That message has been coming through very strongly lately. I kind of wish I had some more cards for this reading. Let me see what I have right here. I just think I have another tarot deck. Because it does feel like there's deeper stuff that wants to come out. I mean, this is a pretty profound message because they're usually not so practical. And I love that wisteria is showing up. It's funny, unicorns have been all over for me. Healing family issues and chemistry, wedding, let your friends help you, reconciliation. I think for some of you, there may have been an engagement to another person that maybe he's having a lot of second thoughts about, or you could have gotten engaged and that's made him have some feelings. I don't know. I get this feeling down here that he's understanding a lot of what his inner child has felt about. It's just, I get mom energy here of like learning what love is, learning how to love, being really kind of torn down is the word they're using, not feeling very connected to the mother energy, and that being problematic. And I think because they're giving me this cycle again, like I keep seeing a cycle of searching for that kind of toxic love, finding it and feeling very trapped in it. And again, you know, this has like a circle around it, a cycle. All of these cards are really just telling me there's cycles here where he's seeing that he kept producing the same result. And that was that he was creating this same path over and over again. But not with you. With you, it was different. And he had to run away. But couldn't escape. I just get a really strong feeling that it's not for all of you, but I feel it, they're wanting to bring through this, like, the mother and father issue for him was a big deal in a way. And you know, often in families, there's like, people are made to be villains. And I think he's seeing through that whole dynamic right now. And I feel that there's some forgiveness here that needs to happen on his end for himself, but also in his family, possibly. Like, I just get this sense that he feels like justice is in his hands and he can make it right. But in order to do that, he has to confront this shadow and he has to not run away from it. And this is going to bring that beautiful, like, prismatic understanding of human emotion to him. That was very, very eloquent, Spirit. Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to leave this here for some reason. I almost never do that. But let's get some Ascended Masters, and C is helping with this transformation that's so strong. I feel like this is now. Like, oftentimes, because I feel like they're taking me back really far in this reading to almost a childhood thing and the mother wound, and it coming, like, when you have the Tower and Death, it's just like you're not going to escape that. He may have tried quite a bit, but I don't think internally he can. And I think there was a forced reckoning of sorts. So you have El Moira, Awakening Presence. Very interesting. The universe is with you. You wear a cloak of protection and love. Mercury. So, Eight of Wands energy. Open communication. Get a weight off your chest. Exactly. Speak up with love and be heard. And the most magical of all, Isis, magic manifesting. Your dream, visions, and goals are becoming reality. Stay focused. And then we have this, which is like a real activation card. Light activation, shine your light. Your internal guidance is coming through loud and clear. Exactly. I love how the advice cards, they can just always sum it up for me. Oh, wrong deck. In like a couple cards here. But for some reason, it's always important for me to get out the story the way that they're kind of telling it to me. I don't know. I get this weird feeling about, like, if he had, like, disrespect for women or something like that, or was taught that, it's going to change. So Divine Temple Source, the Master Teacher card. Herkimer Diamond, Dreams. Dreams is coming through very strong. Agate, Healthy Body, and Rose Quartz, Inner Child. This was not the deck that I wanted, but I did it anyway. Again, I feel his inner child is extremely activated and Source is working directly with it. And if he's resisting it, and then we have Life Purpose. Oh, interesting. Clair Quartz. It's just one of my favorite stones. And then Black Obsidian, the shadow on the bottom. With right under that is Selenite, Spiritual Awakening. So very strong cards. The inner child is like, you know, when you know, you know. Your inner child won't be ignored for long because it's going to act out. And it's probably going to get you in trouble if you ignore it. I did see the golden egg while I was shuffling. Okay, Ariadne, mistress of the labyrinth, my soul knows the way, and the only way out is through. How beautiful. Vajrayogini, the essence of all Buddhas. I have the power to make each moment sacred. That's exactly what I was talking about. Everything is material for my liberation. I was really hoping the golden egg would come out. I don't think it's ever actually come out in a reading I've done for like a very long time. I got all the hard words today. Anon Damani Ma, the joy permeated mother. I am my own guru, and I know the self that never changes. So this is, I have the power to make each moment sacred. Everything is material for my liberation. And then Yishi Tasagal, Lady of the Lotus born. Embodiment is the deepest bliss. My body was made for enlightenment. They're beautiful, beautiful cards here. And then under that is Mary Magdalene. So all these Ascended Masters and crystals can help you if you want to connect with their energy, or any that you work with, or just your higher self, or nothing. Okay, let's get dragons. The green dragon with the key, the golden Atlantean dragon, and the silver lunar dragon with the orange gold dragon from Arcturus. So we have receive answers and guidance from nature, align with your divine essence. Helps you tune into the secrets of nature. Helps you remember the wisdom of Golden Atlantis, which has been coming through a lot. Awaken, bring back your knowledge, gifts, and talents, and reclaim your mastery. And I do think this agreement that they're talking about here is like Atlantean or Egyptian. Bathes you in divine feminine light, come into balance and practice peace, harmony, and cooperation. Expand your causal chakra. I'm not gonna say that like this is like some super enlightening reading, but I do get a very different feeling from the masculine right now than I have in a while. In terms of growth, it feels like there has been growth. This is my favorite card in this deck. Look deep within your heart and you will feel my love. My love for you is as deep as the ocean. And we have, beware of what you are projecting, for the qualities you admire in one another are qualities you both possess, and equally so, the qualities you don't like are also your own reflection. Time. You're trying too hard, give it time. Embrace. Through each other, you find the missing pieces. And then surrender. At times, we must surrender the old before something new can enter our lives. I think I said something like that at the very beginning. Wow. Let go and it will all work out. The past is now behind you. Release it and embrace new possibilities. A new path is available to you. Follow it with faith. That's crazy. All right. I hope this has helped you. I'm sending you so much love. Bye for now.